Welcome to Nagaland TV. I am Yashira and you're watching Nltv News Now. First headlines. Chiminu in demand for a separate district. Rengma Selozi organizes a walkathon morning marking 73 years of administration office establishment. Delhi CM Kejriwal promises cash assistance of ₹1,000 per month for all women above 18 if his party comes to power in 2022 state assembly elections. Some unidentified miscreants along the border of Assam-Arunachal at Lakhimpur district fired at a forest official Tuesday morning. As Airtel increases its tariff for their subscribers, Vodafone Idea has also hiked its tariff plans to prepaid users by 25 to 20 paisa. And now the news in detail. The Rengma Selozi organized a walkathon in solidarity with the people's long-standing aspiration for creation of a separate Chiminu district. The walkathon is in pursuant to resolutions adopted during the RSZ Executive Council meeting held on 11 November 2021 in Chiminu. This event is organized to implore upon the popular government of the day to expedite the process for creation of Chiminu as a district and to register displeasure over the 73 years lapses despite the creation of Chiminu Bench Court in 1948 which has remained a subdivision till date. The proposed Chiminu district demand walkathon was flagged off at 58-kilometer milestone Chiminu at 3 a.m. on 23rd November. The walkathon will culminate at Naga Solidarity Park, Kohima, where a public reception will be held at 6 p.m. Earlier on 18th of this month, a bike rally was also held in view of the district demand.
Everything is okay, and then even the participants, nobody have faced that situation where they cannot walk. So everybody is moving in the same pace. We have chosen to walk 58 kilometers because from 1963, ever since we have attained the statehood, till today it's 58 years, and that is one significant where we have choose to cover 58 kilometers and 73 participants. That signifies 73 years of the administrative institution that was instituted at Chiminu. 1948 was a bench court, and till today is 73 years. So that is the significant thing that we have. Yes, we started our journey at 58 kilometers at 3 a.m. in the morning, and then we reached around 7:30 at Botsa where we had breakfast. And now it's about 9:30, and then we are almost reaching our next destinations at Chibobozo where we will be having a lunch.
Now we will be joined by our reporter from Kohima, Loreni, who is on phone. Loreni.
Yes, sir, I can hear.
Okay, Loreni. So tell us more about the updates that you have regarding the walkathon that is about to reach Kohima this evening.
Yes, Rengma Selozi, as it has been reported, they have started the walkathon from the 58-kilometer milestone from Chiminu today in the morning. Early, it started at 3 a.m.
Okay.
And now I'm here at the High School Junction where residents from the Rengma tribe are all gathered here for the reception, public reception, where the group 73 participants, which signifies the establishment of the administration as Chiminu subdivision. So 73 participants started walking from Chiminu. It's about to reach Kohima. um, they walk 58 kilometers, which signifies the attainment of state of Nagaland statehood. So their walkathon today is a significant walk from their subdivision to Hill Kohima, demanding for a district, Chiminu district. At presently they are under Kohima district, but now because of no development and negligence, the Chiminu subdivision, they are demanding for a different district of their own. Where Chiminu is a place, it's a subdivision, is a place where the Rengma tribe resides. So they are now reaching Kohima. So there is going to be a public reception here at Sunoro Bridge, which is just below on the way to Secretariat, and they are going to culminate the walk from Solidarity Park. And after reaching there, there will be the RSZ will be submitting a representation to Chief Minister through Deputy Commissioner Office. So residents of all the Rengma tribe from Kohima are here waiting for the group to reach the junction and go straight to Solidarity Park, where they are going to have a meeting there.
Thank you, Lorani, for the updates. Now we're gonna move on to the next story. P. Paimang Konyak, Nagaland Transport, Civil Aviation, Railways and Land Resources Minister on November 22 has appealed the Union Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw to turn Dimapur Railway Station as the terminating point for Nagaland Express. It was reported that the addendum was necessitated due to slump in count of train passengers at Dimapur due to COVID pandemic. Konyak stated that staff has made double failed attempts to the central government railway board to revoke the decision to make Lido station as the terminating point for Nagaland Express. The minister was however disappointed at the central government's unfavorable response. Meanwhile, the deputy director and PRO Nagaland House, Delhi, Kuoli Mere justified that Nagaland Express was the only passenger train that terminated and started from Dimapur station, and its termination at Lido, 150 kilometers away from Dimapur, irrational. The state government also highlighted that Dimapur was the second highest revenue generating station under NFR. Kuoli Mere affirmed that assurance of the Union Railway Minister Vaishnaw on the matter. Poor condition of Nagaland National Highway 36 near Government College and Sub-Jail area was reported on Tuesday. It was observed that the highway was a stretch of potholes and half-done roads. The miserable condition of roads surged the probability of traffic jam and increased the chances of accidents. Therefore, the concerned departments are implored to take necessary steps to curb the miserable condition of road and improve the livelihood of the locals. The Kohima Educational Society will be awarding winners of the prestigious Gordon Graham Prize for Naga Literature for 2021 on November 30. Award ceremony will be held at Hotel Jafu, Kohima. Notably, this year Kohima Educational Society is organizing a series of educative and interactive events on November 27 in Dimapur and on November 29 and 30 in Kohima. There will be an interaction of Gordon Graham Prize for Naga Literature 2021 judges with Naga scholars on various topics on 27th of November. After that, a book exhibition cum sale event would also be held on 29 November with J. Alam, Chief Secretary to Government of Nagaland, and as the guest of honor, while the 3-day event will see young writers interactive roundtable session with Dr. Esterine Kire and Dr. Avinuo Kire on November 30. Gordon Graham Prize for Naga Literature was named after Gordon Graham, who initiated and founded the Kohima Educational Trust in 2004 with the intent to assist with the education of the descendants of the Naga allies who helped the British to win the Battle of Kohima. Nagaland State Commission for Women, in collaboration with Nagaland State Social Welfare Board, State Resource Centre for Women and Department of Social Welfare, will be observing the International Day for Elimination of Violence Against Women and launch 16 days of activism against gender-based violence on 25th November at Old MLA Hostel Junction, Phulbari, Kohima. The United Nations theme for 2021 is End Violence Against Women Now, which will run from 25th November, International Day for Elimination of Violence Against Women, to December 10, Human Rights Day. Smugglers involved in illegal felling of trees in Ranga Reserve Forest along the Assam-Arunachal Pradesh border allegedly fired at a forest official in Lakhimpur district on Tuesday morning. However, no injury to anyone has been reported. Meanwhile, a joint operation has been launched to nab miscreants by the two neighboring states. As per reports, the incident occurred when a forest department team from Assam attempted to stop the illegal activity at Ranga Reserve Forest in the state's Lakhimpur district. Union Minister of Civil Aviation Jyotiraditya M. Scindia on Monday flagged off the first district flight between Shillong to Dimapur with just 3 passengers. The maiden flight from Shillong to Dimapur took off from Shillong Airport, the flight being operated by Alliance Air, a wholly owned subsidiary of Air India Limited, while operate from Guwahati to Shillong and onwards to Dimapur and back. With these flights operation, the Alliance Air connects Assam, Meghalaya and Nagaland. The project is said to be under the RCS Udan scheme of the Union government. According to an official statement, the airline will deploy its 70-seater aircraft in these locations. The flight will operate 4 days a week, such as on Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday. The All Nishi Students Union has called a 12-hour-long capital band in Itanagar today on November 23 in order to put forward their 2 demands. The band has been called from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. The 2 demands are immediate transfer of President Commissioner Education Niharika Rai from the state and immediate dropping of criminal case against the team ANSU. Meanwhile, State Home Minister Bamang Felix has urged the ANSU to withdraw the bandh call. He said that the government has already accepted the 14-point demands of the ANSU and hence the bandh call is not justified. West Bengal Chief Minister and Trinamool Congress Supremo Mamata Banerjee is likely to meet Congress interim President Sonia Gandhi today in Delhi. Mamata arrived in the national capital on Monday evening on a 4-day visit. She will also meet scores of opposition leaders during her stay in Delhi. Mamata's visit to Delhi is seen as yet another attempt to mend fences between the two opposition parties ahead of the winter session of Parliament and take forward the agenda of the united opposition to counter the BJP's popularity. Mamata's meeting with Sonia comes amid some heartburn between the two parties. Several Congress leaders have joined Trinamool Congress in recent weeks in Goa and Uttar Pradesh, where polls will be held early next year. Delhi CM Kejriwal, while addressing a gathering of women on Monday at a resort in Moga, Punjab, promised a cash assistance of ₹1,000 per month for every woman above the age of 18 years if his party come to power in the state in the 2022 Assembly elections. He attacked Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi as fake Kejriwal and accused him of copying his promises without fulfilling them. With reference to the Election Commission of India's statement of 96.19 lakh women voters in Punjab during 2019 Lok Sabha polls, Kejriwal stated that his promise will benefit 1 crore women in the Punjab. He also added that if a woman was already getting any type of pension, the cash assistance would be additional assistance. Kejriwal said that if the scheme is implemented, it would be the largest scheme for women's empowerment in the world. Colonel Santosh Babu has been conferred with Mahavir Chakra, second highest gallantry honor of country, posthumously on Tuesday, for withstanding the Chinese army attack while establishing an observation post in the face of enemy in Galwan Valley on June 15, 2020. Colonel Babu's mother and wife accepted the award from President Ramnath Kovind on his behalf. At the time of his death, Colonel Babu was the commanding officer of 16 Bihar Regiment. Notably, a memorial for the gallants of Galwan at Post 120 in eastern Ladakh has been built by the Indian Army to honor those who sacrificed their lives in Galwan Valley fighting for the nation.
हथियारों से किए गए आक्रमण का भी कड़ा मुकाबला करना पड़ा। भारी संख्या में उपस्थित शत्रु उत्कृष्ट नेतृत्व किया। स्वयं से पहले राष्ट्र
The National Investigation Agency arrested prominent human rights activist Khurram Parvez on Monday from Jammu and Kashmir in connection with its ongoing probe in a terror funding case. The anti-terror agency arrested Khurram after raiding his residency and office in Somwar and Amira Kadal in Srinagar early Monday with joint efforts of Jammu and Kashmir Police and Central Reserve Police Force personnel. Khurram has been booked under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act and other various sections of the Indian Penal Code. In the poll-bound state of Punjab, Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi, along with his Delhi counterpart Arvind Kejriwal, went out to woo the auto drivers on Monday. Channi, during his sudden visit to Gil Chowk area in Ludhiana, announced that all pending challans of the auto rickshaw drivers will be waived off and the state government will issue new registration certificates to them. Notably, his meeting with the auto drivers came hours before Aam Aadmi Party national convener and Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal's Auto Samvad program. Meanwhile, Kejriwal declared, "Come to me for anything" to a large group of auto and cab drivers in Ludhiana as he campaigned for the upcoming polls in Punjab.
केजरीवाल जी भी कल आए थे, चीफ मिनिस्टर चन्नी भी आया, तो आप लोगों को बड़े वादे करके दोनों। क्या लगता है आपको, क्या वादे हैं चुनाव के या क्या आपको भला होगा कुछ?
नहीं, चन्नी साहब बहुत बढ़िया काम कर रहे हैं, अब करके ऑटो के लिए कल ऐलान किया है इन लोगों ने। हाँ, बहुत बढ़िया ऐलान किया।
तो कल उन्होंने भी किया है, अपना चीफ मिनिस्टर दिल्ली ने भी किया, केजरीवाल भी आए थे, वो भी ऑटो वाले के घर जाके खाना खाए।
उन्होंने ऑटो वाले वो बारे में बोला नहीं है।
मैं अपने इसको कट में चला रहा
दिल्ली के चीफ मिनिस्टर केजरीवाल और पंजाब के चीफ मिनिस्टर चन्नी दोनों आए थे, ऑटो वालों को मिले, बड़े वादे कर गए। क्या लगता है आपको?
मेरे हिसाब कोई काम नहीं है।
क्यों आ रहे नेता आप आपके पास?
मौका करके आज तक कोई ऑटो वालों के पास आया चीफ मिनिस्टर? दोनों आ गए कल,
कोई भी नहीं आया।
तो कल दोनों चीफ मिनिस्टर आए।
The Yamuna Expressway in Uttar Pradesh is likely to be renamed after former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. The renaming will most probably happen during the foundation-laying ceremony of the Noida International Airport at Jewar in Gautam Budh Nagar district on November 25. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath and top BJP leaders will be present at the event, where a formal announcement regarding renaming of the expressway may be made. As strong wind surfaces in the national capital, the air quality in Delhi is likely to be in the poor category by the end of Tuesday. The overall air quality index improved slightly and stood at 315 today in comparison to 352 on Monday. The Delhi government on Monday lifted its ban on construction and demolition activities. Meanwhile, schools will remain shut as of now, and a decision to reopen them along with the work from home rule in the state government and corporations will be announced on November 24 in a review meeting. The pollution levels in the national capital region, especially Noida and Gurugram, also showed a slight improvement. The AQI of Noida and Gurugram was recorded in the very poor category and stood at 349 and 321 respectively. Himachal Pradesh was blocked due to a landslide in the area. According to the details, the landslide occurred near Theog in the Shimla district of the state. Restoration of the work is underway to resume traffic movement through the highway. At the beginning of November this year, a landslide in Himachal Pradesh had claimed the life of an army man, Border Road Organization had said. The Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, on Monday said that the government is drafting a new excise policy that will allow tribal community to make traditional liquor from Mahua plant. The liquor will be sold as heritage liquor. The tribals has been given the right to sell the liquor and manage the tribal community forest, which will allow their right on the forest produce. The CM also added that the Ration Aapke Gaon scheme will also be initiated in the state to provide doorstep delivery of grains to their houses. India and the United States will relaunch the Trade Policy Forum, a premier forum to resolve trade and investment issues between the two countries. After 4 long years, speaking of the relaunch of the TPF, Union Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal said on Monday that he hoped the forum can be revitalized to engage and resolve outstanding issues between India and the US in an amicable manner. The India-US Trade Policy Forum has given 5 focus group: agriculture, investment, innovation and creativity, intellectual property rights, services and tariff and non-tariff barriers. That is all for now. Keep watching Nagaland News and Updates.